What is it doing? All my hair's a mess. Whatever. Hello, my little demons, and welcome to a chat about Hereditary. It was made by all these lovely people here. And yeah, this is something new for me. I don't normally get into the Hollywood pushed type horror movies. I prefer indie horror movies. I prefer things that aren't necessarily thrust upon the public and promoted to fuck. I like to find the underground hidden gems, you know? Um, a lot of people have been talking about how good this movie was and how different and just intense it was. So, of course, I decided, I'll give it a go, even though it tends not to be my thing. So, I went into it with a pretty open mind and I said, okay, we'll see how this goes. Um, how do I explain this movie? This movie starts off very drama movie. We get to know the family. We get to know a little bit of the family dynamic. And then it moves on and we get to know a little bit of background about the family. We understand that on the mother's side of the family, there's a lot of mental health issues, like severe mental health issues, schizophrenia, and maybe even like agoraphobia, and just, really deep, deep things. And then we go even further into the movie and we see that it's darker than that. We see that it goes to this like demon place, these demonic rituals and possessions, and yeah, it's really dark stuff. It really makes you question mental health. Like all these people out there who suffer from mental health issues, are they suffering from mental health issues? Or are they this is dumbass number one. Apparently she's come to say hello. So yeah, this is my cat, Static. Hello, baby. I will be right back and we will chat some more. I'm back. So yeah, as I was saying, I really think it does make you question mental health a little bit. I mean, that is if you believe in demonic possession and satanic ritual. Is it possible? I guess. I don't know. To be honest, I've never really thought of it that deeply until I watched this movie. And this movie definitely made me think about it. It really made me kind of question everything, which I like about the movie. The greatest part of this movie, I think, is when it's done. Because when it is done, you stop and you have to go back through the movie in your mind, point by point by point. You have to pick up all those little threads of the story and you have to weave them together yourself. I love that. I thought that was insane. It gave you all the breadcrumbs and you had to do it yourself. That was awesome to me. I sat there for a good, I would say, maybe a half hour, 45 minutes with my husband afterwards. We were just talking about this movie. And that in and of itself is one of the things that makes a good movie good. Do you think about it when it's over? Do you talk about it when it's over? And I think, yeah, this is definitely a talked about movie. It is visually, it was stunning. This whole like a dollhouse aesthetic that they had going on throughout the entire film really added this surrealism almost to the movie. And that's something that I see a lot in indie films, but I don't see a lot in mainstream films. So I loved that. It wasn't slasher or gory or anything like that. Um, it was a bit psychological, but I would definitely class this more as a thriller. But either way, I enjoyed it. I think that people definitely should watch this movie. I think that I personally would love to have a lot of conversation about this movie because I've talked to a couple people who got a different vibe from this movie than I got, which I found really interesting. Um, they believed that there was no demonic possession thing and that it was all just mental health issue, which yeah, again, that made me go back to questioning mental health and how people with serious mental health issues see things. And it's, I don't know, it's a conversation starter for sure, this one. I really, really did enjoy it, which is odd for me because, as I said, I don't really follow mainstream Hollywood kind of movies. So yeah, I would definitely say watch this. The acting's great, the visuals are great. There's some jump scares that are really fun. There's some psychological elements to it. There's not a lot of like really gruesome gore stuff, you know. It's just there's a little couple parts in there that are kind of like shocking, if you want to say that. But yeah, definitely check this movie out and definitely hit me up and talk to me about it. I would love to know what you guys feel about this movie. I don't care what you think about the movie. I want to know what you feel about the movie because I think that this movie really brought up a lot of feels. And that's a good movie. You know, you get a feeling at the end of the movie, then you know it's been good. So thanks to everybody who has responded when I tweeted if you've watched the movie. I'm actually going to grab a few of you and link you in the description down below to get you some more followers, hopefully. Or, you know, just a shout out, because thank you. And until the next one, happy nightmares.